Saturday morning, the blossoms are mostly gone. Oh well. Got a wild hair last night, come out here and worked a while. Got all the paint stripped off. Now I need to do a little Bondo work in here. A little bit, not much. I need to weld up those holes there. And my voice is echoing. Maybe I'll get this thing some primer in here today. We'll see. Got those holes welded up, ground down a little bit, and now it's time to break out some Bondo. It's been sitting in the cabinet a while. I think it's still good. Got my spreader, because after all, it takes a baker. Do a little Bondo work here. Getting a little Bondo work done here. Get the dash and stuff smoothed up. And it sounds like Mrs. Heavy Chevy's out here doing something. Sandblasting.
Wow, the sand already?
Probably so. Look at her go. Getting it done. What are you doing?
Painting the heater box. Priming it. To paint it.
Wow, you did a really nice job.
Thanks, Mr. Heavy Chevy.
Oh no, what? Don't paint the camera.
Don't get in the way.
What are you doing, Mrs. Heavy Chevy?
Treating the rust in this corner.
How are you treating it? Nicely, or?
Well, of course, it's my truck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see it, but I was kind of wondering, what is it? What kind of bug is that?
Alright, it's official. There's no more welding gonna happen on this cab. Got that little hole patched up. It's kind of ugly. I still got more issues, but we're gonna let them slide because I ain't painting the outside at this time. We'll let those slide till later. Getting everything masked off and ready to spray some primer. And then maybe next weekend I can put some color on it and then get to assembling the cab. Are you making it?
Mm-hmm.
Seems kind of silly to mask off that crappy old paint.
It is, but if you're going to drive it with crappy old paint, you don't want multicolored crappy old paint.
Mm-hmm. Well, the missus is doing that. Getting ready to mix up some self-etching primer using some nascent brand. Seems to be pretty good stuff. That's what I've used on the last 2 or 3 I've done. Get that mixed up and get ready to spray that on there, and then we'll use some high build primer. Well, that's a pretty color, ain't it? It's just a self-etching primer. We'll let that flash about 30 minutes and then spray some high build primer on it. Alright, we've let that flash a good 30 minutes or so. I'm going to spray some Nascent Select Prime on there. Oh, I'm always careful to keep my stuff separate. One time I sprayed a car, used the wrong activator in it. I had to sandblast it all one again. Alright, we've got the heap and some primer. Maybe tomorrow I'll sand on it a little bit. If I feel real froggy, I might paint it. Does it meet your approval, Mrs. Heavy Chevy?
Sure. At least it's in primer.
Find any flaws?
Yeah.
Where? Where?
That was good. I was just picking
I don't know if any of you paint cars, but invariably after you get done painting, somebody comes along and says, hey, there's a bad place right here. Hey, you can see a sand scratch right there. Always real helpful people around.